Und damit ein herzliches Willkommen und hallo zu einem weiteren Part Let's Play Fake Order. Ich bin das Zimmerfixer und wir befinden uns hier im Chaldea Event. Ihr seht, wir hatten Arthur, den wir hier im Gacha, nicht in der, ja, wohl, na, war nicht die Peak-Kampagne, war genau, die Frühlingskampagne, mich hier im Gacha hier gesucht hat, obwohl ich eigentlich nur eine ziehen wollte, aber I take it. Liebe Leute, zumindest wir sind hier dabei, hier mit dem zweiten Akt zu starten, nachdem hier mal unser guter Amakasi seine kompletten Kräfte verloren hat. Ist es nun an der Zeit, dass wir hier weiter eindringen müssen. Holy Grail Fantasy von Amakasi Shiro and the Slapstick Museum, Section 2, Snatch, Seal, Straight. Und schauen, ja, wie der Plan nun aussieht und natürlich, wie wir unter anderem an Zeit und anderen vorbeikommen. All of us robbed of my ability to fight. It seems the curator and his servants weren't lying about that. However, it only seems my ability to fight is the only thing they took. Okay, before I go any further. Yes? What the heck are you wearing? This is my fantasy attire. Schlechte Personenjokes. So. Oh. Well, I guess you're still pretty young, so... Don't think I can't see that look of pity in your eyes. I think you look cool. No comment. Woher mag das? Nope, definitely not. I assure you, Master, I'm taking this very seriously. Now, as I was saying, since my combat abilities have been sealed away, I, of course, can't currently use my noble phantasm, Twin Arm Big Crunch. But unfortunately, I have two other noble phantasms that aren't used for combat. Right hand, Evil Eater, and left hand, Xandu Matrix. And those still work just fine. What kind of noble phantasms are they? Well, to make a long story short, as a servant who should be alright have been summoned as a caster rather than a ruler, I can use all kinds of magecraft to support you in various ways. As long as you aren't fighting, there's nothing you can do. That being said, just because you can't fly through the air or smash through a wall doesn't mean you should. At the risk of repeating myself, let me say once more that our only goal is to steal the Holy Grail. Which means our first order of business is to disguise ourselves. Disguise ourselves? Why? Come now, Master, don't you remember? Security already knows what you look like. As for the rest of you, I'll go ahead and strengthen your disguise charms. That should ensure you all look like ordinary humans, at least as long as you don't do any fighting. Of course, the trigger will also be up if you do anything to draw suspicion to yourselves. From there it will all come down to your smarts, our courage, our planning, and our prep work. Dinky, I'd like you to keep using presence concealment to monitor everything that goes on in the museum. Got it. Keep an especially close eye to the security guards' patrol patterns and let us know if you see anything else that seems odd to you. You are the assassin who tried to kill one of the most powerful emperors in history. So I'm certain your keen eye and attention to detail will be crucial to success in this haste. Oh, is that a little blush I see? Shut up, Master. Ew. Sanson, I'd like you to pretend to be a doctor on vacation and go learn anything you can about the museum. The food stand outside should be a good place to start. Well, I don't mind doing that. Are you certain no one will be able to tell I'm a servant though? Yes. Oh yes, you have had a charm cast on you already and I improve it, so I don't think you'll have anything to worry about. Beyond that, you'll just have to trust me. Fortunately, no one on the museum side knows which of us are servants, apart from me, of course. They figured out them more besides me, but it should be impossible for them to determine who exactly we are. Alright, I trust you in this, Amakazu. That said, I'm not exactly hopeful about being able to find out much in the way of useful information. But that's because I still have one more important thing to tell you. I want you to conduct yourself as though you truly were a doctor. You need to act as though you're not here to harm the museum or to see anything from it. In fact, you should forget you're a servant altogether. If you can't convince yourself you're just a doctor and nothing more, you'll probably blow your cover. I see, understood. In that case, It would probably be better if I don't know about the rest of the plan. Would you mind keeping it a secret from me, Amakaze? Not at all. So what should I do? You and Master are going to stick together, Voyager. Me and Master? Me and Voyager? Das heißt Voyager und ich, mein Freund. Between the two of you, I think you'll be a more natural fit for this Master. I'm going to dye your hair blonde. Was? From now on, you and Voyager are going to be siblings. Oh, siblings. I see. Mein Gedanke. Krieg ich dann auch so ein paar Funkeldinger, die um mich rumfliegen. You're going to pretend to be a tourist visiting the museum every day. And the museum suspect something is up if you do that? Not at all. It's a very big museum and it's filled with all sorts of relics and artifacts related to heroes throughout history. I'm certain you can pull off a convincing big brother who's only here because the younger brother hero's obsession. I know a lot of heroes. Especially the ones who became constellations. I'm gonna be the best big brother I can be. For the time being, I'd like you all to focus on your roles to get into character. We have a long road ahead of us. Then I start by getting a room at a nearby inn. I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor! I can see my presence sitting close to the museum. Shall we go to the museum too? I can't wait to hear some hero facts. I have lots. Okay, let's go. Now then, as for me, I better start remembering what it was like when I had nothing to my name. This job is going to take in generally hard work, preservation, physics and psychology. Whoever said being a thief is easy? Naja, du tust es immer so darstellen, als ob, oder? Okay, dann können wir jetzt kämpfen. Wieso kämpfen wir jetzt? Ich habe nicht die geringste Ahnung. Einfach random fights, why not? So. Ich würde eigentlich gerne einen Waiver haben, aber Waiver ist tot, liebe Leute. Ich würde nämlich gerne meinen Proto-Alpha gleich mal austesten. Alpha! Der passt eigentlich, aber leider klappt das nicht. Also ich mache an der C drauf. 50, kommen wir noch auf. Oder warte mal. Du hast doch einen P-Charge, oder? Ich habe ihn erst einmal gespielt, warte mal. Aggressive Pikachu. Ja gut, werden schon 10% sein. Wenn Edmund hat der Command-Ziel dann. Also, liebe Leute. Dann los geht's, Mann. Bitte eine Buster-Cut mit ihm. Eine einzige verdammte Buster-Cut und ich bin voll happy. Ansonsten könnte es nämlich schwer werden. Und ja, wie gesagt, also nett, ich wollte unbedingt diese blöde Outbreak-Karte, weil ja, ich habe so ein, zwei Konstellationen letztens versucht und es hat einfach nicht geklappt, weil ich keine zweite Taunt jetzt hatte. Das hat mich so hart mal angekotzt. Oh, das ist aber nett. Arztkarte, super. Fast wie ich erwartet habe. Fast wie ich es erwartet habe. Egal, auf jeden Fall wird die eine Karte critten, Mann. So. Ciao, Geisteronkel. So geht das nämlich. Ach, oh Leute, Mann, ich bin so dumm. Ich glaube, ich habe seinen dritten Skill gerade nicht aktiviert, weil das müsste ein Super Large Gegner sein. Dann macht er mehr Schaden gegen Super Large Gegner. Das ist auch jetzt ein Mini Big Ben als Art Schlüsselanhänger. Fahr dieser nach London. Schau ich, ob ich auch den einen oder anderen mitnehme. Gut, liebe Leute, das war doch hier ein netter kleiner Fight. Wie gesagt, ich konnte meinen guten Proto-Alpha kämpfen. Oder das ist eigentlich für mich Alpha und das andere ist Artoria. Anstatt das Proto davor zu tun. Das klingt so abwertend. Also, gut. Jetzt haben wir einfach random Geist bekämpft. Ich habe keine Ahnung, wieso, war halt einfach da. Is everything alright? Oh yes, she's just feeling a little under the weather. Let me take a look. She's suffering from heat exhaustion. Really? But it's not even hot. It's because it's much warmer now than it was last night, which was quite chilly. She had a little trouble adjusting to the difference in temperature. Fortunately, her symptoms are fairly mild, so she should feel better once she gets some rest. I suggest you ask one of the museum staff to let her stay in the infirmary for a while. Oh, okay, I will, thanks. Sonst müsste ich aber nicht aufdringen als Doktor. Not at all. I'm a doctor. I'm afraid the infirmary is a bit crowded at the moment. If it's just a little heat exhaustion, we would prefer that you make use of one of the museum's benches instead. I see. Then I have to call an ambulance. Huh? You can't take heat exhaustion lightly, regardless of how mild its symptoms may be. If you have a place to be premises where she can be treated, then that's where she should go. Should you refuse, I may take this to the museum's curator. I understand. Please come with me, miss. I'm coming too. Sir, I'm afraid I can't. Oh, I suppose you have physician on call? I'm afraid we don't quite have the funds for that. We do have a nurse among our staff, but as for an in-house doctor on standby, well, I suppose no matter the era, we are always short of doctors. Very well, I will serve as this museum's on-call physician until closing time, at least for a time long as I'm on vacation. In the mornings, I'll admire the art, and in the afternoons I work at the infirmary. Of course, I'll always come help at the moment's notice in the event of an emergency. I won't demand payment for my service. But I would certainly appreciate it if you could at least waive my entry fees. I'm not sure if... Considering how many visitors this museum gets, I would think you'd want as many doctors as your call to can get. Alright, I accept your proposal. Sonst dreht einfach mal durch. Sonst wird einfach wahnsinnig. Hey, you hear about the ghost? Ghost? What ghost? So then you don't know about the voices you can sometimes hear in the Holy Grace exhibit? Those ain't ghosts, they're just a security detail the curator hired, right? Not that I've ever seen them while I'm on a patrol. I'm telling you, man, those are ghosts. They're in that room 24/7, and there ain't even a bathroom in there. You know, this museum's pretty weird in a lot of ways. I've been a few other museums over the years. I see here, Stinke. And I ain't never seen one with guards armed like this. Heard some things about the Holy Grail too, apparently. I don't believe I pay you two for standing around chatting all day. Or is there little for you to do that you can occupy yourselves in another fashion? We're sorry, sir. We won't help again, sir. Huh. Lazy good for nothings. Is someone there? I don't think he saw me. That must have just been a hunch. I suspected this guy was not a real curator, but he might be even more troubled than I thought. Let's see, this belonged to Iskander, and this relic from Sparta. It really something seeing them in person. But this isn't really Achilles' shield, it's a fake. Oh, and this is? Excuse me, young man. You mean me? I think he does. I have to ask you not to say things like that. That is indeed Achilles' real shield. It was excavated by a team of archaeologists and found by a trained expert. But it doesn't match to the poem. Huh? Whoever made this probably wanted to recreate the shield as it described in the Iliad. But the two cities drawn on the shield are supposed to contrast each other. Contrast? The city is supposed to represent peace by showing weddings and court trials. The other is supposed to represent war, with disturbing image of blood and violence. But both of the cities depicted here are the peace, even though Ares and Athena, the gods of war, are on the shield. Why, you're right. I'm guessing whoever made the shield probably did just on purpose, just to have some fun. See, if you look closely around the cities. Okay, I think that's enough. But don't worry, it's still a really nice shield. Gar nicht verdächtig, mein Freund. Übrigens, ich wollte mal betonen, diese Mona Lisa, die da hinten ist. Ich war bei der Mona Lisa, die hängt ja im schönen Louvre. Und da ist die nicht so entspannt. Da ist sie in einem ganz kleinen Raum. Also, Verzeihung, es ist ein großer Raum, aber der ist abgesondert. Da stehen 1 Milliarde Securities rum. Es ist fettes Panzerglas davor, dass du auch wirklich, also, sie kaum sehen kannst. Und dann ist eine Traube Menschen, wo man die Securities so von hinten schieben. Weitergehen. Du kannst halt irgendwie aus der Entfernung so 3 Fotos machen. nur so als Randnotiz wegen Mona Lisa hängt einfach so rum. Around the city. Oh, so this is what he was talking about. The writing is tiny, but it actually says love and peace. You know, in English, now what are we going to do? Ah, ist nicht die einzige Fälschung, oder? Did I say something I shouldn't have? I think we're okay. We got off with just a little warning. I figured our disguise would work best if we did whatever we felt like. Hey you there, how about a freshly fried donut for your little brother? 2, please. Looks yummy. It really is freshly fried. It's yummy, isn't it, brother? Do you think we really do like siblings? Of course, you're like a little brother I always wanted. Thanks, Master. I'm really happy I have an older brother like you, too. You're nothing like someone else I could name. Come to think of it, I wonder when the singularity is taking place. I think it's in modern day, but I'm not completely sure. Ja, es ist auch sehr ungewiss. Gotcha. I wonder if I'm up there in space. Somewhere far, far away from here. And if I am, I wonder if I could see the pale blue dot. I find myself thinking about what kind of things sometimes. If anyone could, Voyager, I'm sure it was you. Thanks, Master. This is nice. I think there's a word that fits this feeling perfectly. The word that means something really lovely and wistful all at the same time. Romantic? That's it, romantic. You know, Master, whenever you hear the word romantic, you always look really happy and really lonely all at once. There you are. There you are. Sanson! Hi, Mr. Sanson. What's up? I'm just taking a short break. They're very short-staffed here, so it takes a lot of me to stay on things. Sounds rough. Hang in there. That said, the work itself is quite fulfilling. They're a little nerve-wracking too. I do have some knowledge of modern medicine, but many of my medical skills are somewhat unorthodox. Kopf ab, Kopf ab. Ich dachte, er macht das jetzt so wie Nightingale. Er sagt, okay, da ist irgendein Problem. Hack dir den Kopf ab. I'm sure you never did get your medical license. Then let the museum hear you say that. On a different subject, while do I understand the logic in stealing the grail, since we can't take it by force, I also can't help but feel a little conflicted about the whole thing, ethically speaking. Do you think we shouldn't be doing this, Sanson? No, it's not that. If anything, I'm in favor of this plan. It's just that something about this is bugging me. Maybe thrilling is a better word for it. It's like I know it's wrong, but I can't stop myself from doing. In fact, I don't even want to. Maybe because you're enjoying it? I am if I'm being honest. I know stealing is cowardly. It is illegal and immoral. But when we actually have a moral obligation to steal the object in question, as we do here, and we are putting together an intricate plan to do so, that just makes it all very exciting. It reminds me of Arsène Lupin, the legendary thief, and how his stories still thrill people to this day. Lasst das nicht Sherlock Holmes, sonst sagt er, das Böse ist im Busch. Anyway, I better get back to work. See you later. I think the day went well. Do you think so too, Master? Yep. Now, how about we head back to the hotel? Good idea. I can fit the light down on that nice soft bed. Okay, so richtig sind wir in dem Kapitel auf jeden Fall nicht weitergekommen. Aber so ist es halt nun mal. Okay, dann sacken wir hier den Kurs ein. Und ich würde sagen, an dieser Stelle machen wir jetzt erstmal einen kleinen Cut. Und beim nächsten Mal geht es dann weiter hier mit Let's Play